Let me ask you something. When was the last time you actually sat down and watched yourself play basketball? And I don't mean your highlights or a few clips for your social media. I mean really watched a full game, start to finish. The good, the bad, the ugly. Be honest. Most hoopers don't do this, and I get why. It's uncomfortable. It's not fun to watch yourself miss shots, turn the ball over, or get cooked on defense. But the truth is, watching your own film might be the most underrated way to improve your game, period. Now, if you've been following this channel for a while, you might remember a video I did on mental toughness. In that one, I talked about how the most elite players train their mind just as hard as they train their body. And this, watching your own film, is part of that process. It's one of the clearest, rawest ways to build mental discipline, because it forces you to confront reality. It shows you the version of yourself that exists outside your own perception. And that level of honesty, that's where real growth begins. So in this video, I want to break down why watching film, not just highlights, not just your favorite NBA players, but your own film, will completely change your game if you do it right. It's something that most athletes overlook, but once you start doing it consistently, you'll start to see why it matters so much. First, you've got to understand something. The camera doesn't lie. Your memory might though. Your memory filters things. It makes excuses. It forgets how many times you jogged back on defense or stood still when you should have cut. But when you watch the game back, you get the truth. No sugarcoating, no ego, no emotion, just facts. And when you see those facts, you start to notice things you never would have picked up on during the heat of the game. You might see that your footwork on defense is off. You might realize your shot mechanics change under pressure. Maybe you thought you were aggressive and active, but when you watch it back, you're barely moving without the ball. That's the kind of stuff that only film can show you. It's not always fun, but it's necessary. Another thing film gives you is perspective. When you're in the game, everything moves fast. You don't always realize what the right play was until it's too late. But on film, you can rewind. You can slow it down. You can pause the screen and go, "Oh, I missed that open teammate," or "I should have rotated quicker here," or "Why did I settle for that shot when I had space to attack?" Watching those moments back helps your basketball IQ skyrocket. It also helps you see the game through a different lens. You start to understand not just what happened, but why it happened. You recognize patterns. You learn to anticipate. You realize how your choices affect the flow of the game, not just your stat line, but the entire team dynamic. That's when you start becoming a smarter player, a more reliable player, someone a coach can trust. And I want to make this clear. You don't have to be some top-level film analyst to benefit from this. You don't need editing software or hours of free time. You just need a phone or a laptop or anything that can play back your games. Even watching 20 to 30 minutes after each game will give you more insight than most players are willing to earn. Now, one of the most powerful things about film is that it allows you to target specific areas of your game. You can go in with a purpose. Let's say you're trying to improve your shooting form. You can watch how your feet are set. Are you balanced? Are you landing in the same spot every time? Is your release consistent? Film gives you the ability to track your progress, correct your mistakes, and make adjustments based on evidence, not just feel. Same goes for ball handling, finishing, defensive positioning, anything. Because here's the truth, repetition without awareness just reinforces bad habits. You could put up 500 shots a day, but if your mechanics are off and you're not aware of it, all you're doing is locking in the mistake. Film gives you the awareness. It gives you the mirror. And once you have that mirror, you can fix what's broken. Another underrated aspect of watching film is learning by imitation. You don't just have to watch yourself. You can study others too. That means breaking down full possessions from NBA or college players who play your position. Watch how Steph creates space. Watch how CP3 manipulates the pick and roll. Watch how Kawhi stays low and disciplined on defense. Don't just admire them, analyze them. Steal their footwork, copy their reads, understand their habits. Then take that knowledge and apply it to your own film. Ask yourself, what are they doing that I'm not? And more importantly, how can I start doing it? This is what elite players do. They don't just play, they study. And yeah, it takes humility to admit that someone else is doing something better than you. But that's how you grow. You don't evolve by staying comfortable. You evolve by seeking out what's missing. Now, let's talk about confidence, because film builds that too. You wouldn't think watching yourself make mistakes would make you more confident, but it actually does. You start to feel in control. You see the full picture. You understand the situations you're likely to face and how to handle them better next time. You eliminate guesswork. That's something I touched on in the mental toughness video. Confidence isn't fake swagger. It's not pretending to be fearless. Real confidence is knowing you've done the work. It's feeling prepared because you've already seen the scenario. You've watched it. You've studied it. You've learned from it. So when it happens in real time, you're not guessing. You're reacting. You're locked in. Watching film slows the game down mentally. And that's one of the highest compliments you can get as a player, that the game looks like it's moving in slow motion for you. That's not magic. That's preparation. But this isn't just about you. Watching film also makes you a better teammate. You start understanding your guys better, their tendencies, their rhythms, their preferred spots. You begin to move in sync with them. You communicate better. You support each other more effectively. And if you're a leader, whether by position or personality, film becomes a tool for accountability. When you're the one who comes to practice with insight, with specific feedback, with ideas backed by tape, that earns respect. That builds trust. That helps elevate the entire team. At the end of the day, I'm not saying film study is some magical secret that will turn you into a star overnight. It's not glamorous. It's not flashy. And that's exactly why most players don't do it. But if you do, if you commit to it consistently, it will separate you. Because the players who are willing to do the hard, boring, uncomfortable work are the ones who rise above the rest. So if you're serious about leveling up your game, not just looking the part, but actually being the part, make film study a regular part of your process. Watch your games, take notes, ask questions, compare yourself to where you were last month. Watch it like a coach would. Watch it like a professional would. Because even if you're not there yet, that mindset will take you far. If you got value from this video, do me a favor and drop a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. And answer this in the comments. What's one thing you noticed the last time you watched yourself play on film? Or if you've never watched yourself before, what's one part of your game you think needs work? I'll be checking the comments and replying, so don't be shy. And if you haven't already seen my video on mental toughness, the one I mentioned earlier, go check that out next. I'll link it on the screen and in the description below. It connects directly with what we talked about today and will take your mindset to a whole new level. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.